1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I personally don't believe that everything going on in the world is going to come to a stop. Basically, this is a shift, a transition that we are all moving through. And the faster that we accept the reality of what's happening and learn to be innovative and make the most of it, the easier life will get. So this is a message, and basically this is a message of essential advice for all of the numbers. In order to make the best of this message, it is important that you know that your life path number is just a piece of the puzzle. You want to look into the numbers in your birthday if you have more than one, and then you want to look at the accumulation of these numbers. And also you want to add up your month and your day together to understand your approach. And like a piece of puzzle, you put all the pieces together in order to get a bigger picture. So maybe you even want to take notes, like for one day with one video, or if you're watching where all the videos are out at one time, because I like to share them a day at a time until they're all out. So for one day, if your life path shows up first, you might want to look at your life path to understand the path that you're going to take in life. Then you want to look into your birthday number to understand like what's important for your personality and whatnot. And you want to look at your month and your day added up together to understand your approach. I don't want to make it any more complicated than that. But yeah, look out for those three numbers and put each piece together like a puzzle to better understand yourself. Because a lot of the times I get comments, I get messages in the comments saying, this isn't me. More than likely, your birthday number or other numbers within your birthday are more dominant and play a stronger part than your life path number. So if you're looking at all the numbers that are visible to you in your birthday, then you will definitely get a better understanding and resonate more with the information. My essential advice to the number 11 energy is that it's time. It's time for you to do that thing that you keep saying you want to do, but you keep putting it off. The reason why it's time, because time is changing. The way things used to be things will never be the way they used to be. So it's time for us to start creating the kind of future that we would want for ourselves. And of course, we can look around to see the way things are going to be and the kind of future that we're going to live in. And the kind of future that we're going to live in is one that basically we depend a lot on social media. We depend a lot on technology. And the number 11 energy is a very creative, artistic, genius type of energy. I'm sure you know that. And I'm sure you hear that all the time. And the number one energy, the number one part of the 11, because, even though it's a master number, I keep the integrity of it, but I acknowledge the fact that it can be reduced to the number 2 energy. So the one aspect of the number 1 energy is constantly coming up with these great ideas. But of course, you come up with these great ideas, and because of fear of failing, you never take a chance at these great ideas. So these ideas die within you. They die within you, and then you come up with another one and they die within you. And because you don't challenge yourself enough to be courageous and go with it anyways and see what happens, like this affects the way you see yourself in the world. Like, it's important for you to be courageous. It's important for you to know that you're fearful when it comes to a certain idea or a certain project that you want to take on, and observe the fear that you experience within you, but move forward anyways. And regardless of what happens, like, you're going to respect yourself for the simple fact that you moved forward and you took a chance with it. In today's day and time, like basically you have everything that you need. If you're gonna be that speaker, that writer, that artist or whatever, you have social media to put your work on display. And instead of you physically going out there and showing your stuff to other people are able to easily come to you. It is just a matter of you putting yourself out there. And of course, I understand that the number 11 energy, the one energy of it, basically has a bunch of great ideas. And because you have so many great ideas, you don't know which one to pursue. And the way how to figure out which idea you want to pursue, which is best for you, is by observing the kind of information that you consume on a day-to-day basis. Observe what you Google all the time. Observe what you watch on YouTube all the time. What are you looking at on Instagram? Pay attention to what you're looking at, not what you think you should be looking at, but what you naturally gravitate towards and look at. Because what this is going to do, becoming aware of this and applying this into your life when it comes to your career, what this is going to do is create a life where you don't need a break from your life, in the sense that your career and your personal life molds perfectly together. You don't need a break from either one of them because they work. So yes, looking at what you like to research will show you what you are passionate about. Because a lot of the times we don't accept ourselves. So we're constantly looking for ourselves because the things that we are passionate about, we don't believe that they are socially acceptable. So because we don't believe they're socially acceptable, we look for everything else to replace them with. And like a ghost, those dreams continue to haunt us. So if that dream is connected to what you love to consume information on, then chances are that's the direction you should be going into. And another thing too, when it comes to your passions and what you want to and what you consume information on, is basically paying attention to procrastination. Are you procrastinating because you're truly not interested? Because procrastination is such a strong guidance that we don't even give it credit the way we should. Because procrastination will show you one or two things. You're either procrastinating because you're genuinely not that interested. And if that thing that you're not interested in isn't something that you're consuming information on a daily basis, then you're definitely not interested. And then the next reason is you're afraid. You don't believe that you have what it takes. So because you don't believe that you have what it takes, you won't move forward with it. Like for me personally, I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer and a hairstylist. Yes, I've been in the beauty industry for over 15 years, licensed, and I have a degree in fashion because I was naturally good at making dresses since I was 12 years old and doing people's hair. It came to me naturally, and because people praise me for these things, I thought that those were my passions. But really, every day I would get up and consume information on astrology, numerology, psychology, business. The root of the information I would consume would have to do with self-awareness because I wanted to become more aware. So when I realized that, wow, as a life path number 7, and in the numerology system that I create for myself, I have the number 11 when it comes to my inner world. Maybe I'll create a video or something talking about that system I created. So my inner world is like 11 energy inner world, meaning like my inner world is filled with a lot of great ideas, and I constantly have to push myself to be courageous and not allow self-talk to talk me out of what it is that I want to do. But anyways, when it came to what I was really passionate about, which is being a self-awareness coach and talking about numerology, astrology, and awareness, at first I realized that I didn't want to accept that for myself because I was afraid of how other people would judge me. I was afraid of how other people would look at me saying that I'm a psychic because I'm extremely intuitive and empathic, and I could pick up on people's emotions and different things like that. I was afraid of what people would say about me reading tarot cards and talking about astrology because I was raised in a religious background. So once I came to the realization that the procrastination came from fear, then I challenged myself to push forward and do whatever I felt needed to be done. And every time I pushed forward, regardless of how afraid I was or what the outcome was, I learned to respect myself more and build up an inner relationship with myself where I see myself as a boss regardless of how anybody sees me. And number 11 energy, the way to do that is to challenge yourself. And every time you feel afraid, push past that fear anyways and realize that it's your ego. You identifying with this physical world and worrying about how others will see you is what's stopping you. And what's funny is that we spend all this time and energy worrying about what other people think when they don't give a damn about you and what you're doing, because they are too busy worrying about themselves and what everybody thinks about them. So it's so funny how we all sit around worrying about what other people think when most people are so self-absorbed based on their childhood injuries, wounds, or whatever. So yes, let's not worry about what other people think because they really don't care. Number 11, drop me a 11 in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.